Sitting on the porch, coffee in my hand, talking about life, faith in this land, from the woods to the world, truth don't lie. Welcome to Porch Talk, pull up and unwind.
Welcome back again, guys. Bushcraft back again, and it looks like we got some road construction going on in this area again. Now, the town has gone through a great ordeal of plumbing issues. Every road is tore up now. The 100-and-some-year-old plumbing, so to speak, has been busting left and right. We had at least 50 water main breaks this winter that they had to repair. Last year they tore up Main Street and up through here. Everywhere is just nothing but construction going on, fixing plumbing. And yeah, anyways, welcome to Porch Talk. Even though I'm not on the porch, I'm sitting down here and we're on the go. I haven't really sat down to do a porch talk since I think the first and second one. I don't know, but yeah, because I'm on the go. You know, after I get done doing errands, now I'm gonna go back and do some more yard work and get stuff cleaned up and all that fun stuff. So yeah, but what I want to talk about was hell, I don't know. No, I'm on my way. I gotta go pick up some honey from a local place here in town. Well, it's not in town, but in this area, which I will probably be doing a video on here in the near future, because I want to make some fermented garlic. My other batch is pretty much gone, and it's always good to have that stuff on hand in case things happen, you know. And local honey is the best. It really is. It's the best stuff you can get. And they are real good. They don't, you know, there's not a lot of moisture in it or anything like that. It's pure honey. Local honey. Local honey's better because if you got allergies and stuff, it's better for your area. At least that's what they say. I don't know. I don't do the allergy thing, so I don't know. We have a really old library here that they closed down and they built a new one, but they leave the other one. They don't do nothing with it, and it's a shame because that's a very beautiful building, and it had some really good architect to it, and it has copper easements and stuff, and they just let it go to waste, and it's a shame. I mean, the stuff that you could do, they could keep the upkeep to it, and they could rent it out for birthdays or, you know, whatever, craft shows and things, because it has a big area. It's got good parking areas and stuff. It's just a shame that they just let it go to waste. And they don't tear it down, they just leave it sit there, you know. It's one of those places where they don't tear down because it's a whatever building, architectural building or antique of some sort like that. But they don't do nothing with it either, and I think that's a shame. beautiful buildings like that, all made out of big stone blocks and stuff, marble. I haven't seen the inside, but the inside's supposed to be a bunch of cherry wood panels and stuff like that. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Did a review on a quick release. Now, the person I did the review for probably is not going to like it because I kind of critiqued something that I think is an issue. But then again, I don't know what it's going to sound like when it's under full pressure. And like I said, I can't shoot the bow in the house or anything like that. I probably could, but I'm not going to. Because, you know, when you release those things, you want them to be quiet. And that one was kind of loud. So I guess you get what you pay for. Even though that thing was $89 for the quick release, the good ones are $300-400. So I mean, it'd be good for practicing, I think, and then maybe as it use it for a while, would work down a little bit to where it wouldn't be so loud. But you know, for the money, it's still halfway decent. And boy, look at the crowd here at the Goodwill. Jeez, yes, I'm going to Goodwill. I wonder if I can find a place to park. Jeez, I'm gonna have to park way over in here. Dang, everybody's going to Goodwill today. Here I'm parking at the very end of the parking lot. Anyway, do you have, like, the cities you're at, do you have any buildings that, you know, they're very beautiful buildings and they just let them sit because, you know, they can't tear it down because it's historical or whatever it is. But it's a shame that they just let it go. You know, they mow the grass around it and that kind of thing, but the building just sits there. You know, there's so much stuff that you could do with it. You know, it's just a shame that most cities have this. You know, they don't tear down a historical building, but they don't do nothing with it. Or they put offices in there and have it all closed off to where you can't go and check out the architect and stuff like that. I mean, myself, I would like to get in there and just look around and document it, you know, so that future people could see the beauty of the architect that we used to create here. And now we just put up a metal building and boom, you're done. So many buildings going up now that are the cookie cutter type stuff. It's built somewhere else on a computer and they put the pieces together and boom, 6 months and you got a new building and that kind of stuff. But nowadays there's no pride in the quality of what you put out. The Dunkin' Donuts, my son-in-law worked there for a little bit and said that the floors were uneven. There was pits in the concrete and the walls were uneven. And he said it was just a very bad quality build and stuff. But, you know, they don't care. It's just there to put money out or to receive money for, you know, their icky coffee. Well, there's probably somebody out there that likes Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but I don't. That's even that Starbucks stuff. I don't like that coffee. It has an odd taste to it. When I used to drink coffee, I used to drink the the heavier stuff. So, but again, it is what it is, you know. Got to kind of take the good with the bad. I still like to remember when I was growing up the way things were, and you know, we complained about it back then, and then now I look back and say, oh man, how I wish it was like it was back then. Not so much the prices and everything, and just the way quality and stuff was. Now it's just, they take something like say a Whopper or a Big Mac, they shrink it down as much as they can, and they get the very lowest quality ingredients. They put fillers in there, and they put stuff in there to make it more addictive, like the high fructose corn syrup and stuff. And it's just a shame. We are meant to make so much better things than that, but it's where we're at. But you know, we have homes, we can grow gardens, we can produce our own good food that we know what went into that food to grow it. And we should always try to at least grow something. My plants are doing good in the house. I haven't filmed it or anything, so I probably should in the next couple days. My tomato plants are, I can't even show you, about yay tall, and the stems are nice and thick, which is good, because I hate seeing them ambulances on the roads like that. It's usually a bad sign. But yeah, they're real nice and thick, because I keep the light low and then let them rest for a day sometimes. And another good thing is, when it gets a little cooler, not cold, bring them outside, let them get that coldness on them, bring them back in, and that they're trying to prepare for cold weather or something. So kind of stunts their growth a little bit, but it also strengthens their stem and stuff. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here before they sell all the stuff over there in Goodwill, and we'll catch you on the next one. God bless.